All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have a video over here. Let's freaking go. We have so much to talk about today. I was gonna make this video just entirely on the Liverpool game, but there's a lot of other stories today. For me, ultimately, today was probably the best day in the Prem all year. Like all of these games. Let's talk. Let's talk about three. Liverpool, Forest. That might have actually been. Because some people will look at these games and be like, oh, this game had this many goals. This one was back and forth. I think this Forest-Liverpool game, for me, was my favorite game I watched all season. I don't even care what people say. Like, it's probably unpopular. You probably look at so many other matches we've seen this season where we were freaking out with reactions, but the quality, the level in this game, the passion, man, Forest, like, the home stadium, it was crazy. So, we're going to break down that game. Man City, again. Dude, I'm telling you guys, listen, I am telling you every single week on this channel, and people just don't want to let it go. People want to sit there and act like this is the Man City of the old. People don't want to listen to me, man, and they don't like it. They don't like the truth. I'm telling people in public as well, they're saying, oh, City's going to come back and win the league. I said, you are tripping. You are drunk. And another week of saying that, look, Brentford are a good team. Man City winning 2-0. They dropped the game, and they dropped 2 points today, 2 points off the table. And Chelsea having some struggles. Bournemouth, a very good team. A point is not the end of the world in that game, but if you're a Chelsea fan, you're probably a little disappointed today. We're going to talk about all these games. The main focus today, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments what you think. What's your reaction of this Forest-Liverpool game? Whether you want to admit it or not, this game ultimately is looking like this is going to be the Forest. I think I'm going to have them in the top 4 this year. I mean, I'm serious. They sold me a lot today. You will look at the stats, and it will tell me that you haven't watched the game today. They are going to be abnormally, tremendously challenging to beat for any team. And we're going to break down why. Now, I'm going to give the flowers as well to Chris Wood. Bro, this guy, he is such a traditional 9. Like, there's not many 9s in the world that are playing this way these days. He plays the simplest ball I have ever seen. He receives, first touch with a chest, instantly finds a teammate, makes a run. He plays so simple. That's something we don't see these days. Everybody's got to overcomplicate everything, and it gives defenses time to really go set back up. He gets the ball, links it up perfectly. He's tracking back for his team in the last 20 minutes, defending for his life, helping them out. I was really impressed with him today. I'm really impressed with Forest. They have a game plan. They have discipline. They have fitness. They really have a chance. Look, on the commentary today, what they were saying is that Leicester City, the year they won the league, Forest were just as much along. So they had the same amount of points going in with the same amount of games remaining the year Leicester won the league. Look, I hear that. I'm not going to give them the push here. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Forest is going to win the league. But for us to say they are not legitimate competitors in the top 4, from everyone else we're seeing, from City kind of not being able to really get back to where they were, from Chelsea going on that early run to the last 5 games, they haven't won a game now. Newcastle's on fire, but look, Forest for me, oh my God, this team has so much passion, bro. You would look at the stats today and look, at the end of the game, Liverpool, if you look at probably the XG in the last 20 minutes, Liverpool, I'm actually a little shocked that Liverpool didn't walk away here with 3 points. The defense for Forest, I mean, between Aina, between Mario Milinkovic, they remind me of you're playing a game of FIFA and someone has 299 rated center backs. They just like, I don't even know. Anytime Liverpool shoots the ball, it's getting blocked. Aina saves an insane shot from Salah. Look, Salah for me, it was tough to get the attack really into the game until they could kind of wear them out a little bit and then they could get going at the end. Salah wants to win his Ballon d'Or. Salah wants to be the best player in the world. Salah probably should have had one today. He missed a lot of shots. I don't think any of them were wide open. The best chance he had, Aina actually made a better play, right? The volley chance at the near post, he makes a better play, and that was going to be a goal. We have to give credit as well to Forest goalkeeper Sells. Oh, my goodness, man. So this team, I mean, between Hudson-Odoi, between Chris Wood, between how hard they work in the midfield, between how compact they are defensively, they really seem to pick their moments and choose, and that's why, in my opinion, Liverpool's still the best team in the Premier League. I'm not walking away saying anything else. I know that Liverpool have dropped points in their last 2 games, but we said it was not going to be easy against the teams that they had been playing. Forest was actually on a full win streak today. Forest, just for me, I mean, I think today it cements them as a contender, genuinely, for the top 4. I mean, we look at everyone around there. Yes, it's going to be tough. City will probably go on a run. It's going to be very important for Forest. They're playing Southampton up next. They got to get the form going. 3 points there. Bournemouth is going to be really tough, and Brighton's going to be tough. But if they can walk through here, pick up that against Fulham, maybe only drop points in one of these games as they're going to go then see Newcastle and Arsenal. It's going to be important for this type of team who's making a real run this year, who Forest, look, one of the, all-time clubs way back when, to really kind of keep making a run here to kind of just minimize the overall anxiety and big moment, right? Because they're in a moment right now that they have not been in a long time. So, teams like Arsenal, teams like City, right? These are teams that the last 2-3 years have really been up there. So, once it gets to that stretch at the end, it's gonna be one of those where those teams are gonna be a little bit more comfortable. Now, obviously we look at the table. Liverpool still have that game in hand. Newcastle have that game in hand, so Newcastle could really jump up ahead of Chelsea with a win in their next match. And Arsenal is playing Spurs tomorrow, so that will be a very interesting one. That's a real chance for me. Just as a neutral in this league, that's a chance for Arsenal to really make a statement. Arsenal gets a win tomorrow in that type of match. That it's a massive match, massive rivalry, right? They get a win in that one. They're going to only be, they're only going to be 4 points behind Liverpool with one game in hand. But you got, 17, 18 games left on a season. It's going to be a big one for them to go ahead and win. Anyways, I just want to say I'm very grateful because this Forest-Liverpool game to me today was just amazing to watch. I mean, just counter. It was crazy good. Back and forth. I loved it. It was a great game. Now, Liverpool up next. They've got Ipswich and Brentford. If they can get a win against Brentford, that's huge. Ipswich, you expect 3 points. And then it's going to be tough. It's going to be Bournemouth, which, look, Bournemouth are giving everybody a tough time this year. But then it's going to be Everton and Wolves. So they've got kind of a decent, they're going to get as easy as it is, a couple tough games in there. But until they're going to see Man City and Newcastle. So, look, Liverpool have a favorable schedule going forward. You just want to start to see them. Then now again, you dropped a couple games. Now let's go pick up some wins. But for me, I think a lot of people get a little reactionary about Liverpool. For me, nothing has changed. The only thing I would say that has changed is that, first of all, a low block team is never going to be easy to play. The way Forest play, they're going to be really hard for anybody to beat this year. It's why they're not really dropping a ton of games. Second of all, I want to see Jota play more minutes. I swear, this guy, he comes in 20 seconds, he scores. He's like one of those players, right place, right time, gets you a lot of goals. So I want to see him, getting back into the lineup, getting more minutes. I thought he was played more in the second half, and Slot was rewarded with it. Let's talk through this, man. I mean, we don't need to spend too much time on this. And again, I was going to say that this video is going to be more about Liverpool Forest today because those two teams are really, really contending. But I told you all that Brentford is going to give every single team a tough game today. Liverpool's got their work cut out for playing them. Man City, man, what's up with you guys, bro? It's not the Man City. We've always said that Man City have that DNA in them in the Champions League to choke a game. But man, it's so off for Man City to just consistently see this team winning in so many games and losing. They're up 2-0 in the 80th minute, the 81st minute. And, Brentford just go on a run and get 2 goals. And it's like, what is really going on with the team? And, today's a positive. You're a City fan because you're getting to see Foden get back on the score sheet. Brentford's a great team. You're up 2-0, and it's just, oh, my goodness. Maybe it's between the, no Ruben Diaz today, between the no Rodri still not there. They're just so much missing defensively. I talked about all those years that Walker was saving them. Man, they're just so missing defensively. I mean, it seems like almost every single game I'm watching, they're actually conceding over 2 expected goals, which is just unlike City, It's unlike them. We're used to City putting up 5 and conceding 1 maybe, and it's not the City team, and, the table represents it, right? Them dropping points again today. This was an important win. This could have been 3 in a row for them. They're really building here. They dropped points, and not only did they drop points, they were winning 2-0. Now, they do have Ipswich up next, so that's going to be nice for them. But we look at the gap between City and Liverpool. If Liverpool draw or win their next game, we're talking with 18 matches left, a little bit more than halfway through the season, Liverpool are going to be 13 or 15 points ahead of City. I mean, that is crazy. So I'm trying to tell people, give it a rest with City winning the league. It's not happening. The one thing they could do, obviously, they're very much still in contention for Champions League. Very much. Chelsea's hitting a really bad run of form. We're going to talk about them right now. It's not that I'm watching a game today and Chelsea are doing bad, man. They just they just are missing getting the result. I watched a good amount of this game today. I had this on my phone. I was watching a Liverpool game, had this one on my phone. I watched 3 out of the 4 goals. I actually did not see the Reece James free kick, but I saw the crazy Palmer goal. The composure from this guy. Shot fakes the keeper. He's on another level. We all know that. Semenyo, though, a lot of people giving Sanchez some shtick for that goal, and I thought Sanchez before that goal made a couple really good saves. But Semenyo blasted at the near post. It was a crazy finish, and it's 2-2. And you know what? Like, Bournemouth are a team this season that, again, for me, the craziest overachievers so far in this season is obviously Bournemouth and Forest, right? Those are two teams that no one was putting, let's just say, in the top 7. So Bournemouth are going to play Newcastle next week, or after Newcastle play Wolves. That is going to be a really good test. Newcastle's on fire right now. They're on fire. That's going to be a really good test for us to see where both these teams are at this point in the season. But again, if you're a Chelsea fan, it's very disappointing because if we just go back 5 match weeks, going into that match week, Chelsea is pretty much right there, close enough at least to Liverpool, and Liverpool have just really pulled away. And for me, it's not even that Chelsea are playing that horrible. They're not getting the results, and it's killing them, bro. You look at even statistically today, I was watching a game, like, it's just got to be frustrating, man, to be a Chelsea fan right now. And not to mention, they probably could have lost today, right? Reece James saves them on a free kick. So it's one of those ones where it's got to be ultimately so frustrating to be a Chelsea fan right now, just because they're dropping so many points at the moment. Losing to Ipswich is just, Everton, I get it. Palace is always tough. So, they're going to have Wolves up next. Then they're going to have Man City. This is going to be an incredible game, January 25th. And not to mention, look, just looking ahead at the Premier League, Manchester City are about to face, and we talked about this. It was going to be so important. I said if Man City want a chance at the top 4, they are going to have to win 3 out of 4 between the Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, and Ipswich. So I'm going to count on Man City beating Ipswich. I'm not going to go against that. Even though Ipswich are actually playing better these days, I'm going to count on Man City winning that because we just go back one more time to end this video. Man City are going to see one of the toughest schedules we will have in the world. PSG, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Spurs, Forest, Brighton, a game of Leicester there, which is, a bit easier, and then United away. So it is going to be crazy for Man City. I mean, we're talking absolutely season-defining. And that's why, even though you guys know I'm not the craziest Man City enthusiast, I hate to see that from them today. Them dropping a game like that. 3 points here might have gone a long way at the end of the season. I really think they're going to be closer in a top 4 battle than people really expect. What teams are lingering around them? Well, Bournemouth overachieving. Villa, who just for me still haven't hit it this season, but are very well managed. And, Newcastle, Chelsea. Chelsea's not going to be dropping points forever with how they're playing, and Newcastle are on fire. I think Arsenal, Forest, and Liverpool are still in that pack ahead now, but man, dude, it's like City are going to have a really tough one, so they're going to have to get a lot of results. They're going to have to get on fire at the end of the season because they're playing a lot of really good opponents. So let me know what you guys think. For me, again, just another, dude, the Premier League this year has been so good. And I think it's been so good because, as of right now, you guys know I have called it on this channel, and I will stay by it, that I think Liverpool are going to win the league. But it's not one of those seasons that we have a team that's 15, 20 points. It's obvious. We've got teams like Forest overachieving. What if Forest steals a Champions League spot this season from Man City? Like, stuff like that, right? It's not necessarily going to happen, but it's made this Premier League season so exciting. And watching that game today, specifically the Forest-Liverpool game, oh my God, bro, are you not entertained? What a game. So, thank you guys, man, for all the support on the El Clasico reaction. I know you guys went crazy on that. I love yapping about football, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we will be back for another video soon. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.